Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, coming back with more Granblue Fantasy. Gonna do some more main story quests. Last time, as the disclaimer on the video probably says, that I was struck in the middle with a vicious bout of hiccups. Like I said, we can't really do the first clear of the quests multiple times. So I did just kind of keep going. It was pretty rough, and I wish I could have done it differently. So hopefully no more bodily issues, I guess. Anyway, last time, especially if you didn't watch, because of that disclaimer, we were looking up information about V potentially in the archives on Amalthea that the group enforcers were maintaining. And Lucia found one of her father's, the Blue Knight, Walfrid, the captain of the enforcers crew, right? Found one of his journals, basically, that had apparently been ripped to shreds. So that was weird. But there was a mention in there of a tiny red dragon with the ability to take and interfere with power, specifically astral power. After that, Alicia reads the next page and then decides to contribute to destroying her father's legacy by ripping that page out of the book, before telling us, hey, there's some sort of power, that was sealed away. So we kind of think about it, where could that seal be? That's probably back home, back at Zinkenstill. And, while we're filing out, Alicia kind of is musing about the stuff that she read, being the red dragon and the girl in blue cannot be reconciled and should be kept separate. And she's kind of musing, thinking, is that girl in blue Luria? If that's the case, are V and Luria enemies somehow? But that plot thread gets kind of left alone for now. When we get to Zinkenstill, there's two major plot threads that we look into. One is the seal. The other, more immediate, and more interesting, really, is basically we get home, we go to our house, and somebody's inside. That's just rude. But who's inside is someone who introduces himself as Loki. He's bringing around a primal beast that he is called Fenrir. Loki, turns out, is the person who has claimed the throne of the Erste Empire. And he says that he is the younger brother of Orcus's father, who was the king consort of the Erste Kingdom before all that stuff went down. So, legitimacy aside, it is an interesting wrench to throw into everything. Now the Erste Empire has an emperor, and it is an astral. Basically, he tells Fenrir to go eat the village. We decide that we are not about that, so we stop it, and then they kind of leave because basically he's setting us up as we're enemies. They're not just fodder to get rid of, so we have to fight them like enemies. Like he's staging some sort of production. Alright, and then we go through the forest toward this shrine in a forest that's supposed to be forbidden to anyone but some sort of priestess. We just go in because we don't care about traditions. Luria and Orcus specifically get scared the closer they get. But they decide to press on, and then V gets scared, mostly because he's afraid that he'll lose who he is now if he regains any sort of memories from unsealing this power. I didn't mention this, but we did run into Sturm and Drang on Amalthea, and they are with us right now, helping, so that they can help rescue the Black Knight. Anyway, they take V hostage and say, do it. Because, you know, conflict of interest thing. They're after the Black Knight. If his power is the way to solve the whole situation with Yggdrasil Malice, it's not exactly something I can't understand. Anyway, that kind of gets put on the back burner when we find out that the Empire is attacking Zinkenstill for some reason. It turns out that the attacker is General Furious, who we have not seen for quite a while. And this time, when we fight through the Imperials, we end up fighting him as well, hopped up on Dark Essence. More importantly, it seemed to be some sort of improved Dark Essence because, you know, he doesn't feel pain. He gets back up after fighting. Basically, it's something that he was given directly from Loki, who does show up after we defeat Furious by unlocking these kind of draining powers. He collects Furious's body and runs away. And that's more or less where we left it off. So V got his powers, didn't really change his personality or anything. Let's see how that impacts things moving forward. As we are going back to Lumacie today. Alright. Aptly named, Back to the Forest. Let's do it. Okay. Well, this is probably not a current memory, given that I don't think that there's really much fire going on. I guess there might be. There are Imperials there trying to do something to get rid of the Primal Beast, stopping the Yggdrasil Malice from doing its thing. Bottom of the sky, eh? Yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, it's at this point that in this particular flashback sequence, which if you haven't gathered that this is a flashback sequence by now, I'm sorry. This is a flashback sequence. Yeah, it's explicitly telling us that Rosetta is primal. I think a big kind of theme of the old Astrals and Skydwellers War is like arrogance and, you know, operating independently versus banding together kind of things. It's not a 100%, you know, one-to-one comparison, but you know, like she just said, they sent one. The Skydwellers sent many. And it looks like we're finally getting close to the point where I can stop complaining about Rosetta. We're getting somewhere.
眩しかった。愚かで卑しくとも必死に生きようとする姿が。おごることなく視力を尽くし、己がためだけに戦い続けるその姿が、私は羨ましかった。
All right. So that's the past, the flashback. What's the context? Why the flashback? Oh, nope. Flashback continuing.
私
Yeah, I think that the sound design is missing for being convincingly a forest is like some sort of really loud insect. Alright. So, looks up, sees Yggdrasil. Alright. So, I'm gonna continue. But we're gonna talk for a second. This, Rosetta is a primal thing. It is not actually out of nowhere, and is kind of implied by a few things. The easiest one to miss is this one. Her race is unknown on her SR unit. It's not explicitly primal, and because her race is unknown, there are some strange interactions where, there are weapons that boost primal attack that don't boost her. But let's leave that alone. Those weapons didn't exist back when this character was designed. But yeah, Rosetta is unknown. Rosetta looks human, acts kind of human, but ultimately is not human. And the SR character proves that 100%. And then, there's the interactions with Noah. They both clearly knew each other. She's extremely evasive, refusing to talk about herself. Yeah, ultimately, it's not out of nowhere. I still wish she would have just lied to us and said, something. But, hey, she's already done it. I can't complain too much anymore, because it's in the past now. It is in the past. So I have been clearing out some side stories, getting some characters, so there may be some new additions to parties in the back line. Maybe the front line, depending on what we're looking at. Yeah, we can win. It's no problem. I'm really not concerned.
聞いた話じゃすごかったらしいね。いや、ほんと何でもありだね、魔性って。
I mean, I guess. There's a lot of things that it can do, but it's also... What's that supposed to mean?
いや、それがそうでもないのよ。あれについてはいろんな噂があってね。ほんとうさんくさいんだよね、魔性ってさ。
Right, I mean, basically taking what Frisia and Rosetta said about it, it's kind of like, off-brand astral power.
あれ？それってアンに 僕がうさんくさいって言ってる？
うさんくさいのもドランクらしさだと思う。
あれ？なんか一気に否定しづらくなっちゃったんですけど。
Alright, stop goofing around. What do you know?
うん、見えてきたか。
Okay.
あれがルーマシー軍と。
It's very purple now.
あそこでいろいろなことがあって、そして今大切な人が団長さんを待っているんですね。
I mean, important? Maybe not, but I mean, maybe, I guess. I mean, from my perspective, I really just want answers.
あれ？でも周りに何か。
What's around the island? Oh, right. I forgot about them. Are they still at it? For like... How long were we gone? Because I mean, it can't have been less than several days.
戦艦を犠牲にしてでも島を覆う茨をこじ開けろとの命令だ。
おいおい、嘘だろ。まだ島にはロゼッタも黒騎士もいるってのに。
I don't think it's an issue.
これはひどいね。宰相さんは島ごと落とそうってつもりなわけ？
That wouldn't make any sense because she still needs to get the thing that's sealed there. Kasha.
どうやら島への突入はできる限り急
So I
いだ
guess
方
you
が
could
良さそう
say
だな。
essentially flatten the place. The forest doesn't matter anymore. But I mean, that's gonna take a long time.
足踏みする理由はねえもんな。行きましょう。もう一度あの森へ。
Yep, let's do it. See, in this case, in this circumstance, I'm on board with what we're doing because we've made a plan. We've done the research. We're ready. We're not doing something incredibly dumb. I mean, it feels dumb because, you know, we're going up against something very powerful. But we've done all the preparation that we need in order to be able to win. So, it's not that big a deal. Compared to when we're doing something really stupid. You know, like breaking the Black Knight out of prison. Yep. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've been doing this whole cannon bombardment for days on end already. Maybe not.
よく見るんだ。茨が島を守るように取り囲んでいるだろう。おそらくだが、あの茨はただの植物ではない。
No, really.
青少獣です。ここからでも星の力を。
You really think that just some random natural thorns are gonna grow out to block cannon fire? That doesn't make any sense.
詳しいことはわからねえが、帝国の奴らがここでこうしてドンパチやってるってことなんだ。連中も島にはまだ踏み込めてねえってことだろうよ。
Alright, well, then we should probably go to the island.
島が森が無事なら 中にいるロゼッタやアポロもまだ無事
That you can't guarantee.
うだうだ言ったってやることは変わらない。
Not what she said. Basically, she just said, quit talking, let's go. Basically, she says, quit talking, what we have to do is still the same. Like, no matter what you have to say about
無事かどうかなんて島に乗り込んでみればわかる。
it. Yep. There's no point in theorizing. Let's go. Or,
異論はねえな。
now's not the time.
ただ帝国の奴らがこっちに気づきやがったぞ。
You know, that's fair. We've got to break through. We've got to get in. Let's do it.
何人か乗り込んできたみてえだな。とっとと追っ払って
Ow.
島に突っ込むぞ。
How'd they get on there? How'd they get on board? Without us, like, it being a big deal. How did that happen? What? Are we just blind as well as stupid?
Huh?
これで決めるぞ。
甘い。
明日へかけているぞ。さあ次行くわよ。
Pushing through.
とっておきを見せてあげる。
No problem. Alright. So, with that out of the way, we keep going. On wind now. Sure. I think especially on wind we go with Kaguya, so we can just squeeze out that little bit of extra experience. Alright. Ah, so we are the invited guests, while the Imperials are the uninvited guests. Sort of. You know, it's that kind of ID checking station, right? The gate.
思いのほかあっさり島には入れたな。
Yeah, we're welcome. Sort of.
呼んでるんだと思います。ロゼッタさんが私たちを。だったら早く行ってあげなきゃね。
Luria, of course, saying
もう
that,
ずいぶん待たせちゃったもん。
explicitly Rosetta must be calling us, right? So.
私たちの立派に成長したとこロゼッタに見せてあげるんだから。
呼んでるって割にはなかなか手荒い歓迎だな。おい。
Right, yeah.
島が砲撃を受け続けて魔物たちも気が立っているようだ。
No, really. You'd think that being bombarded would be,
早
you
く
know,
ロゼッ
like
タと
a,
再会したいの
like
は
a
山
lullaby,
々だ
right?
が、一筋縄ではいかないかもしれないな。
No, wait. It's not like that at all. Alright. So, we're gonna go fight
何
some
言
random
ってんの
monsters.
さもう。君たちどんな奴らと戦ってきたかまさか忘れてないよね。
So
な
Drang
んだかん
in
だで
yeah.
僕とスツルム殿まで退けといてさ、今さら魔物にひるんじゃうわけ？
in his speech there, it seems a little strange because it says we, but he really should just be saying you, right? He's not including them, you know, him and Sturm in that conversation.
不本意だが
このバカの言う通りだ。身長と臆病を履き違えるな。
Yeah. Don't
団長なら大丈夫。
don't mix up caution and
だから
cowardice.
早く、きっと待ってる。まさかこいつらにこんなこと言われちまうなんてな。
いや、しかし確かに少々臆病になっていたかもしれないな。
Alright, couple things. One, B in Japanese doesn't single out Orca specifically. Just says that who'd have thought we'd have got this information. You know, this stuff coming from you all, including Sturm and Drang. And yeah, Catalina said, you know, may have been becoming a little bit, you know, cowardly. So, scared, maybe a little bit. The
私た
nuance
ち自
is
身
slightly
心
different.
のどこかであの敗北を引きずっていたのかもしれない。
Alright. That's okay. We actually weren't soundly defeated. We were not even trying.
話には聞きましたが、それほど凄まじい相手だったんですね。そのマリスというのは。
I mean, it did have an invulnerability gimmick that didn't show up on
あ
the buff
あ、だ
bar.
が
So
確かにそいつらの言う通りだ。
it was pretty irritating.
臆病者じゃ勝てる勝負にも負けちまう。俺たちはただ戻ってきたわけじゃねえ。あの化け物にだってもう十分賞賛はあるはずだ。
Yep, that's he's got it right. We actually
だったら確か
he
に
says it
臆病にな
specifically
る
in the
理由はねえ
Japanese
な。
that we have a real chance of winning because we have
森の
done the
魔物
research
なんざ
and
敵じゃね
planned.
え。
Like I said,
さっさと片付けちまうぜ。
so you know, now is the time to be here, but now is not the time to have this conversation. Well, I guess now is the time to have this conversation before we actually get too deep into it. You know, just so we can move with expediency moving forward.
校長の終わりだ。これな。は、やりました。主様。
Yep, that's some pretty classic wind moves.
これな。やりました。主様。
Kind of plowing through everything. We're getting there on the skill levels on the wind here.
次に行きましょう。どうだったかにゃ。
We're still at what do we call it? We still got, I think, 3 skill levels to go on the last gun, and then we've got to skill up the EX weapons. But we're getting there. It's taking some time, but we're making real progress. And again, yeah, you might ask why the focus on wind. It's because wind is by far going to be our best element for a very long time. Also, it might just still be our best element even moving forward.
さてと、それじゃ僕たちはここまでかな。
お、どうしたんだよ急に。ここまでってどういうことだ？
They're probably going to split off and search for the Black Knight, right? Well,
そりゃ文字通りだよ、トカゲちゃん。僕とシツルム殿はここからは別行動だ。
お、いや、そうか、そうだな。
Whereas we're going after Malice to go
みんな
find,
一緒の方が安全じゃ
try to
な
find Rosetta, right?
い。いいよ。彼らはあの森で言っていたじゃないですか。
Yeah, it might be safer to stick together, but that's not why we're here.
黒騎士を助け出すことこそが自
We're
分
not
たちの
here
目的であ
to
る。
be safe. In fact, if we were trying to be safe, we wouldn't be here at all.
そういうわけ。僕たちとしては何よりも先にあの人を見つけ出したいわけね。
別行動。そっちはそっちであの女を探せばいい。私たちは私たちで黒騎士を探す。何の問題もないだろう。
I don't have a
い
real
ろいろあ
problem
り
with
が
it.
とうね。
Makes sense to me.
ここまで連れてきてくれたことには感謝してるよ。
ま、仕方ねえか。それにそっちが俺たちの邪魔をしねえなら、俺たちに止める理由はねえしな。
Yep, as long as they're not gonna interfere with us. I don't like. I think I
そ
said
れ
it in
な
the
ら
last one.
最後に
You
一つ
don't really have
質
that much
問をし
reason
て
to
もいい
oppose
だろう
them.
か。
それは質問によるな。ちなみに僕の3サイズとかはトップシークレットで。
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about that one. What he said was good enough.
ちょっとスツルム殿、人を刺しておいてコメントなしはひどいんじゃない？
ああ、いや、
In
大した
fact,
ことでは
you
な
know,
いという
there's a
か。
lot of things that I'd say
ただ、
aren't
不思議に思
entirely
ったんだが。
accurate between them acting silly, but
なぜ
I
お
don't
前
really
たち
think
は
that
そこ
we
まで
need to
黒
go
騎士に尽くすんだ。
into huge amounts of detail regarding their
お前たちはあくまで傭兵であって、エルステ帝国軍の兵士でもなければ、黒騎士に仕える騎士でもないんだろう。
mercenaries, by the way. Mercenaries.
金で雇われただけの関係のはずだ。それがどうしてそこまで。
傭兵だから。金で雇われた関係だから。金をもらった以上、やることはやる。
And we don't
ま、も
really
ちろんそれ
know
もあるんだけどね。
what the details of their contract
こ
actually
れ
are.
スツルム殿ともあんまり話したことないけどさ、スツルム殿も同じでしょ？
まあ、否定はしない。
Okay. I like that you're talking about this, but now is not the time.
何年前だったかな。
No, now is not the
エ
time.
ルステが
Do
王
something
国から
else.
帝国に
Go
な
do your
っ
thing.
てすぐ
What
の
if she
頃だったよ
what if
ね。
she's off dying right now and she dies because you weren't there to help? Come on.
覚えてる。あの頃はどこにいてもその話題で持ちきりだった。
いやー、ういういしかったね。まだあのごつい鎧なんかも着てなかったし。
They knew her back before she was the Black
表情は
Knight.
今と同じぐらい険しい顔してたけどさ。
It's good to
言
know.
ってた。明らかに。どう見ても私たちの世界の住人じゃなかった。
君らも聞いてるかもしれないけどさ、あの人もともとエルステで王家と一緒だったじゃない？
Yep, we heard about that
だからかな。
directly from the source.
妙に隙が多いというか、離れしてないというか。あの目で四方八方に敵意をばらまいていたけど、それが虚勢にしか見えなくてね。
カモが来た。正直そう思った。あの黒騎士にそんな時代が？
I mean, look, you trace anybody's past back far
あの
enough.
人も人の子だったってわけ。
Everyone's gonna end up
Yeah,
being a
Oigen-san.
child at some point.
俺が一緒にいられたのは本当にちっちゃい頃までだったな。あいつはおとなしい子だったよ。本が好きでちっちゃい手ででかい本抱えてな。
Right. Well, anyway, back on topic.
その浮きっぷりにもびっくりしたけど、依頼の内容もまた信じられなくってね。 僕たちを側近として雇いたいって言うんだもん。エルステ帝国のトップがだよ。
Okay.
あの宰相さんの息のかかってない部下が必要だったみたいだけど。
So she just came out and said to them, you know, I want you people to just work for me. Exclusive
金
contract
で
kind
雇
of
った
thing.
傭兵を側近にするなんて考えられない話だった。
さらにあの人、報酬を前払いで全部渡してきちゃってさ、もう笑うっていうか引いたよね。
そりゃ確かにおかしな話だな。
It does seem extremely suspicious.
前金は報酬の半分だけ渡して残りは依頼が達成してからだろう。
Yeah,
それは普通
essentially,
じゃねえのか？
right? You gotta prove you're good for it by giving them a taste and then
でもあの人
get the rest.
それすら知らなかったみたいでさ。僕らが裏切ったらどうすんのって思って聞いたわけ。そしたらあの人、金を払った以上決して裏切らないだろうって。
確かに私たちはまともな傭兵だから金を受け取った以上裏切ることはない。
Yep, that makes sense.
けど世の中私たちみたいなやつばかりじゃない。
Also
なんで
true.
あの時私たちを全面的に信頼したのか今でもよくわからない。
僕らがいる汚れた世界とは無縁の綺麗な世界で生きてきたんだろうなって、そう思っちゃったんだよね。
I wonder.
それに側近すら金で傭兵を雇うしかないくらい、当時あの人の周りには誰もいなかった。そしたらさ、あの人の怖い顔が一気に不安そうな顔に見えてきちゃってさ。
I could see how that can be, you know,
自分
interpreted
の
that
弱さ
way.
を隠すために必死に吠えてるワンちゃんみたいに思えてね。
Especially before we get to see the, you know,
ま、そういうわけで
visage
僕た
of
ちは
her
ちゃ
after she's
んと
become
仕事をする
as
わけ。
successful as she was,
多
right?
少の市場はあるけどね。
With the helmet and everything and all the
手の
armor.
かかる雇い主だと思うけどやりがいのある依頼だ。
So
そんなことがあったんだ。
we do essentially learn
Cool.
here
これ話したの秘密ね。バレると間違いなく
that Sturm and
僕
Drang
らの首
are
が
under
飛ん
a
じゃうからさ。
long-term contract with Apollonia
ああ、
to
今聞い
be
たことは私たちの胸の内にのみ留めておこう。
basically her
さてさて
closest
ちょっと長話しすぎちゃったな。
assistants. So that does mean that there was never a time
魔物
in
が寄
the
ってきてる。
story when these two were not on the job,
一緒に戦うのは
Sort of.
これが最後だろうし、パーッとやっちゃおうか。
right? They always had the job, but I guess they probably had access to some free time. All right. Anyway, we're just gonna semi-auto through these.
すごいにゃ
やるね。いや、
ーこれな当然やりました主様。
いや、終わりだ。
やりました主様。お腹
All right. Well, as expected from, you know, our strongest grid and strongest team, we plowed through that with no effort. Okay. Together in song. believe this is an important side story to look at. Not because of what it shows here, but I think there's a second summon attached to it that's pretty useful. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Continuing along.
そう大事なこと忘れるとこだった。
Okay, and what's that exactly?
オルキスちゃん、君はどうする？僕たちはこれから黒騎士を探しに行くけど、一緒に来るかい？
私は反対だ。一緒に来られても足手まといになるだけだ。戦力にならないやつまで守ってやる余裕はない。
まったそんなこと言ってん。それってつまりオルキスちゃんの身を案じてのことでしょ？確かに人数も多いし、団長さんたちと一緒にいた方が安全。ちょっスルム殿！
こういうことは察しても口に出すな。恥ずかしいだろ。
Yeah, you know what this is. You see it too. Anyway.
ありがとう、スツルム。私はアポロに会いたい。今アポロがすごく心配だから会いに行きたい。でも私謝らなきゃ。ロゼッタさんとユグドラシルに。ユグドラシルは私が起こした。それで今ひどい目に遭ってる。それでロゼッタさんまで大変なことに。だから謝らなきゃ。だから私は団長たちと一緒に行く。
そう。じゃあ頑張っておいでよ。
うん。
私たちの雇い主は私たちに任せておけばいい。もし無事に見つけられてあの人が拒まなければ、その時はお前たちのところまで黒騎士を連れてきてやってもいい。
So, these two lines here, just so we're fully aware, they're not split this way in Japanese, but that's because they're of the sentence structure of Japanese kind of being reversed from English. So that basically they're saying, when we find the Black Knight, if she's okay with that, we'll go see you, right? But it's like if we can find you, if she's okay with that, is all on this part on the first line, and then like we'll come see you is on the second line. It's totally fine to put it this way. It's just this isn't a translation complaint. This is a translation comment. Right? This is accurate. It's just ordered differently than the original. But this way makes a lot more sense.
ありがとう。き
Alright.
っと待ってる。
じゃあ再会の約束もできたことだし、僕たちそろそろ行くね。
なあ、 アポロのやつを頼んだぜ。
当たり前だ。あの人は私たちが守ると決めた雇い主だからな。
So, I really like, not necessarily the, this conversation specifically, but I like Drang
では
talking to
私たちも行こう
Orcus
か。
and
ロゼッタが首を長くして待っていることだろ
basically
うしな。
giving her a choice, respecting free will, because we've seen that most people on the Empire's side have treated her as a tool first rather than as a person. So it's kind of nice to see, Drunks just kind of kneel down, be level with her, say, "Hey, you want to come with us? If you want to come, I get it. We'll do something about it." And then respecting the decision in the end.
ですね。行きましょう、アルキスちゃん。
Because, I mean,
うん。
like, put Frisia in that position, and, Orcus is gone, just torn away, and put the Black Knight in that position, right? It's the exact same thing. You can't forget that the Black Knight was the one who ordered Orcus to awaken Yggdrasil here. We meet again. Who meets again? We'll find out. Man, it is... Just calling it the war is so unevocative. Yeah, that time back then, when everything was horrible, that's the war. Just the war. Silent and white. I gotta say, I don't really like the white background, just being kind of the narration thing.
答えなさい。あなたたちは何が目的なのかしら。
Winged lizard-like creature, eh? There can't be that many of those in the sky. That's a stupid thing to say. I'm sure there's a lot of winged creatures. That said,
守らないと。今度こそ私が。
Writer Brain does kind of say
ここは私の
winged
森じゃ
lizard
ない。
equals V in this
こ
game.
こはあの子が育んできた森。でもだからこそ今の私にはこの森とあの子を守る理由がある。ここは私の森じゃない。ここはあの子が育んできた森。
Yeah, so... The sentence here. If we strike was from the second sentence, it's the forest that Yggdrasil raised. Because it's not like the translation is implying like Yggdrasil was like a child or something, but that's not actually what they're trying to say. Because Yggdrasil was the one who was responsible for the growth of the forest. So this translation is just wrong. It's close, but that the word "was" here really just kind of screws everything up. And if you take just "was" out, the sentence doesn't make sense anymore. But it's close to what it should be. Anyway, continuing. Okay. So, yeah. If Winged Lizard is B, and she met them a while back here, narratively speaking, this should probably be protagonist's father. Because, right, we heard about way back in the day that V was, you know, friends with the captain's dad before being left on Zinkenstill to kind of hang out with and help with making sure that the protagonist grew up. Because, of course, Dad couldn't be around. He's too busy. Yeah, it's unheard of. It couldn't possibly happen. Okay, so this line here. I don't like this last bit. It doesn't really capture the spirit, which is essentially just saying, you know, stop just pulling me, and stop ignoring me and stop just pulling me along, right? It's not like she's being like, oh, we have different ways of life, we have different cultures, so what you're doing doesn't translate to me the way you'd expect it to. No, it's more just like, knock it off, stop it. As in, it's not a cultural complaint, it's a stop physically moving me complaint. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. And we're back to this. Back to fighting more useless monsters.
それにしてもここは本当に見事な森ですね。私こんなにうっそうとした森を訪れたのは初めてかもしれません。
Yeah, it's a forest. It's our third time here now, so we're kind of beyond being impressed by it. I think at this point I'd just be annoyed. Alright, they have established now. We're not stopping to talk. We're moving forward.
こういう森が珍しいってことはあんまり田舎の島じゃないみたいだけど。
So, since they established that they're not stopping to have a conversation, I won't say now is not the time.
故郷
It's not specifically the
故郷
time,
ですか。
but they did say that they're just wasting time.
生まれた島ではないから
Totally fair.
厳密には違うのかもしれないけど、やっぱり第4機空挺団の本拠地であるアマルティア島でしょうか。秩序の機空団の団員になる前も、もちろん団員になった後も一番過ごした時間が長いですから。団員になる前ってことは、リーシャは子供の頃からアマルティア島にいたのね。リーシャはどんな子供だった？恥ずかしながら甘えん坊でしたね。ダダをこねて父さんの仕事に無理やりついていったりして、あの青の騎士が子連れで依頼に現れるんだから、皆さんさぞ驚いたと思います。けどまあ、バルフリートのやついっつもおっかねえ顔してるし。
We've never seen him, so how would you know?
子連れくらいの方が親しみやすいかもしんねえけどな。あれ
Exactly.
B 君は父さんと面識があるんでしたっけ？いや、あれそんなはずねえけど、あれなんでだ？
The mystery deepens.
会ったこともない人をおっかない顔なんて、それはちょっと失礼なんじゃない？
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious for anyone who's looking at
で
this
もおいら会ったことねえはずなのに、
this is
あいつが
probably
話した
something to
記
do
憶
with
が。
him remembering because of the unsealing
団
of
長
that
さんたちが
shrine.
旅を始める前に、父さんがザンクティンゼルに立ち寄っていたんでしょうか？
その可能性も考えられるが、これはおそらく
Catalina being observant. Is that the idea here? Yeah.
ああ、力と共に封印されていたという記憶が B 君の中に戻りつつあるようだな。
That's fine. He'll deal with it.
じゃあやっぱりおいらザンクティンゼルで記憶の封印も解いちまったんだな。今はまだ知らない記憶が少し混じってるくらいだけど、そのうちもっとひどいことに。
Right. So this line, you know, breaking that seal back in Zinkenstill. So it's missing a little bit of the focus of the original, because we know he broke a seal back in Zinkenstill, but essentially he's trying to say, I also broke that seal back in Zinkenstill, like the seal on his memories, because we know he broke the seal on his power, right? That was the objective. So, you know, maybe doing one does both. Maybe he just did both. Doesn't matter. He's just like, do you think that is what happened? There's the way it's here. It's now. It's like, yeah, you broke the seal. We were there. You were there.
大丈夫ですよ B さん。これからいろんな記憶が戻ったとしても B さんは B さんです。
Alright.
昔の B さんのことはわからないけど、今の B さんのことはみんな知ってます。
I mean,
だから
these
大丈夫です。
words,
何があっても B さんは B さんですよ。
they don't really mean anything.
ルリア。
They translate to "you are you." That should be comforting. Is it really? I mean, I don't know what she did back in the day. Maybe he did some really messed up stuff.
私は私。でもアポロが望んでるのは
Yeah, man. Things are tough.
しかし B よ。記憶が封印される前のお前は何者だったんだ？
That's a good question.
聖少獣を抑える力があって、七葉の騎士の一人と面識があって、一体何やってたんだよ。
Rackham, notably here, does not call him a lizard. He's just expressing exasperation as to... What? Just what the heck have you been up to?
ただ、なんかこう、そんな大層なやつと話してた感じじゃねえんだよな。
I mean, ultimately, I expect Luminary Knights are just people. So you should be able to converse with them on friendly terms.
これが事実なら、父さんの手記に B 君のことが書かれていたのもうなずける。けど、そうなると父さんはルリアとも会ったことが。
I mean, really, this is all setting up that we really need to talk to Valkyrie, because he seems to know a lot more than we do.
小さな赤き竜と青の少女 B 君とルリア、二人の過去に一体何が。どうしたんですか、リーシャさん。
Oh no, she's just contemplating her place in the universe.
ルリア、大丈夫ですか？なんだかすっごく難しい顔してましたけど。
Exactly.
そうですか？そんな顔してるつもりはなかったんですけど。
You are a perfect liar.
向こうに魔物が現れたみたいです。私たちも急ぎましょう。
See? Perfect. She says, look, over there, distraction monsters.
待ってください、リーシャさん。
She invoked them into being, and I mean, she's hoping that will cause the thread of the conversation to drop.
やりました、主様。
Alright, so let's just watch some wind characters, kill some weak monsters. Yep, that's what we're here to do. Yeah, there's an Earth Griffin.
やりました、主様。
Alright.
進もう。立ち止まってはいられない。
Yep, you're right. We really don't have time to stand around and do nothing. Okay. Gonna do a little uncapping over here. You know, back in the day, that interface did not exist. If you wanted to uncap characters, you'd had to actually go to the uncap menu. Technically, it's probably more efficient to just go to the uncap menu because you won't lose any experience that way, but I really don't care. Right, especially for characters that may or may not be useful way in the future. So it does seem like there is kind of a flashback theme to this story segment.
飛空艇に乗って いろいろな島を巡って。考えもしなかった日常だけど、思いのほか悪くないものね。
Kind of getting some small details about our father's journey from Rosetta's flashbacks. At least that's the assumption that we're making, right? So I wonder if the sword-wielding comrade is the Blue Knight.
またやってるわね。
I think, you know, when we're considering the details that have been assembled in this in the story at this moment, that makes the most sense. The young woman, we have no real clue as to who that is.
ほんと、仲いいんだから。
But everybody else, you can kind of like place their role into that slot, right? Young man, you know, protagonist's father, winged companion, V, swordsman, Blue Knight.
待って、わかってるわ。そんなに何度も呼ばないでちょうだい。
The young woman is still a mystery, but
今、行くわ。
I mean, if we wanted
私
to
もそっちに。
be as, you know, bound to the tropes as possible, that person's probably the protagonist's mother. Okay? Probably.
ああ、あなた、そう。懐かしい声がすると思ったら団長さんだったのね。
Okay, so we have come across Rosetta just randomly. Looks like at the side of a lake.
ええ、大丈夫よ。ちょっとだけ待ちくたびれちゃったけれどね。
Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Ah, unconscious on the at the side of the lake. You know, the purple is supposed to be a bad thing, but I do like the lake in purple. It gives us this ethereal, mystical quality. It's pretty cool.
Tak. 俺たちが慌てて駆けつけてみりゃ、やっかり寝てんだもんな。
Alright, well, cool. Now let's deal with Yggdrasil, right?
だって来るのが遅いんだもの。それに絵になるでしょ。深い森の奥で眠る美女なんて。
Right, so just strike princess from that line. She's just calling herself a beautiful woman.
あらあら。
There's nothing to do with
レビーはそう簡
nobility or
単に
anything.
涙を見せたりしない
She's
の
just trying to come up with. She's not trying to make like storybook allusions. She's just trying to say, yeah, you know, doesn't it paint a pretty picture? You know, beauty among nature, that sort of thing.
心配かけちゃったわね。
ともあれ、無事でよかった。君が島に残ると言った時は本当に肝が冷えたよ。
Right? So Io is
しか
emotional.
もいきなりオイラに託してくんだもんな。
Everybody else is either exasperated or, you know,
現に
relieved.
こうやってここまで立派に戻ってきた
Yeah,
でしょ。
I think that's fair. Alright, Rosetta, you finally ready to tell us something? No, wait, hold on. It's not the time. We've got something else to do first.
なんだかんだとこうして戻ってこれてんだから不思議なもんだよな。
I mean, Malice isn't that
私たちあれからさらに冒
isn't
険
that
して
threatening.
いっぱい強くなったんです。
We can handle it.
それに
We could have handled it back then too. It's just that, you know, we weren't trying.
あら
Oh, look, interruption
あまり悠
monsters.
長には再会に浸らせてもらえないみたいね。
Come on. Just let us have the scene.
ロゼッタは病み上がりみたいなものなんだからそこでゆっくり見てて。やれるわよね。私たちの成長をロゼッタに見てもらうんだから。
Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. No problem.
これなり次に行きましょう。
I think I brought an actual power summon, so we're gonna extra eliminate the monsters.
すごい。これなやりました、主様。これなやここだ。次はダメよ。
Alright. Well, yep, that's more or less what you'd expect. We are growing ever closer to rank 76. Not that that means anything in particular, it's just it'll give us a little bit more CP to work with, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just more CP. Fire, eh? Okay. Fire is a team that has a new member, so that's kind of cool. We'll probably be replacing Jessica very soon. But for now, we'll go with this.
よし、じゃあ早速本命と決着をつけに行くとすっか。
本命？じゃあ私は遊びだったのかしら？悲しいわ。
おいこら、そういう意味じゃねえっての。
So, the way that Rackham says that, right? You know, basically he's saying, if we were to just translate directly, be like, all right, let's get on with you know, the real one, what we're here for. But you know, Honmei can also be like the person that I actually have feelings for. So Rosetta's basically saying that is basically, you know, making fun of Rackham for cheating on her. Which obviously that's not what anyone was meaning, but it's just a little play on words.
決着っつったろ。ロゼッタも無事だったことだし、このままユグドラシルマリスを。
大丈夫、分かってるわ。
Alright, so anyway, let's just do some stuff.
あの子のところに行くのは少し待ってほしいの。
Okay. Well, I mean, I can wait, but I'd rather not hang out in this purple forest for too much longer. I can't imagine breathing in this purple mist is good for your body. Like, I really don't think that most... Like, purple is a danger color.
それは私も感じ
So
る
the
わ。
fact that things are purple here, in the
でも、
air,
あ
that
なたたちには
screams danger.
あの子の前に戦わなくちゃいけない相手がいるの。
何？まさか帝国の手の者が？
No, she's gonna make
帝
us
国の
fight
連中
her.
じゃないわ。あなたたちが戦わなくちゃいけない相手は聖少獣よ。
ロセッタさん、それってそんな、どうしてなんですか？
ルリア？
そうよね。 ルリアちゃんはもう気づいてるわよね。でもね、仕方のないことなの。
I think people with ears probably should have noticed because the primal beast that appeared back when we were here last time spoke with Rosetta's voice.
ちょっとした力試しか何かだと思ってくれればいいわ。
That deep. Alright.
時にはぶつかり合ってお互いの力を知ることってそれはそれで大事なことだと思わない？
Alright, let's have a pointless fight. I would say if I were there in the moment, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Let's go do something that we're actually here for. You're busy. Come on, I guess. It's not that hard. Don't be so slow.
それはね、この私よ。聖少獣ローズクイーン。私こそが、今あなたたちが戦わなくてはならない相手なの。
No, for some reason.
嘘よね。冗談だよね、ロゼッタ。
Yeah, man. No, yeah, why would she make this? That's a horrible joke. It's not even funny.
今ははっきりわかります。
Why would she lie about it?
ロゼッタさんは
Oh, yeah, no, I can feel it now that she said something. Yeah, I can feel that.
仮にロゼッタが聖少獣だとしてもだ。
Luria, your senses really need some
どうしてそれを俺たちと
work.
戦わなきゃなんねんだよ。仲間だろ俺たちは。
Yep, that's a good question.
私の聖少獣としての力は森と深く関係しているの。
Yeah, that doesn't answer the question at all.
まず森や島に自分自身の根を下ろす必要がある。
Okay, I think you're getting to something.
つまりは契約ね。そうやって力の範囲を限定することで私たちは進化を発揮することができる。これはあの子ユグドラシルも同じなの。そして私はあの子を抑えるためあの子と同じこの島に自らの力を展開した。結果としてあの子を抑えることには成功したけど一つ問題が起きちゃったのよね。
問題とは？
今私とあの子は融合が進んでるわ。同じ森を拠点としたことの弊害ね。
Yeah, okay, yeah. Especially since it seems like they both have
このままだと
very
私まで
similar powers.
マリスに食われてしまうかもしれない。だ
You
から
know,
私を一
Yggdrasil
度
being
この島から切り離してほ
basically
しいの。
forests, and I mean, I think
私と
pretty
戦
sure
うこと
Rosebane
で
has something to do with flowers, which is, you know, plants forest adjacent. So
嘘だろ。おいらたちロゼッタを助けるためにここまで来たってのに。
yeah, that's why we're doing this. Come on, guys.
そもそ
It's
も
not that
私が
hard.
ユグドラシルを起こさなければ。
She's not saying yes. You have to kill me.
もうみんなそんな暗い顔しないでちょうだい。さっきから言ってるでしょ。力試しだと思えばいいって。
She's saying just, you know, fight me, and
も
then
ちろ
we'll
ん
do some stuff.
ある程度のダメージは受けるけどそれで私が消えるわけじゃない。
We have ways of absorbing the power of primals, right?
少し心配でもあるの。もしここで私に負けるようじゃ
Hey,
結局
hey,
あの子にだって勝てないわ。
the team that fights Wind Elemental Rosetta versus the team that fights Earth Elemental
あの子
Yggdrasil
だって
Malice is very
立派な
different.
聖少獣よ。普段はおとなしいけどやるときはやるんだから。
Sure.
だからね、お願い私と戦ってちょうだい。
Sure, whatever. Let's get this over with.
そう
Looks like we have no choice.
思ってくれるのは嬉しいけどやるべきことはやらなくちゃね。
しょうがねえ。そんなに言うならおいらたちも腹くくるしかねえよな。
Yeah, we're gonna fight Rose Queen.
たく聖少獣ってな。
We're gonna need to fight Rose Queen also in the future, like the raid version, but
そうね。
that's not for a little while.
でももう慣れちゃった。慣れてみればこれはこれで悪くないものよ。
It's part of the plan. We'll get there eventually.
私頑張って痛くないようにするから、痛くないように全力で頑張るわ。
ま、見たいってんならやるしかねえよな。
Yep. Gotta give it all. Or give it our all. Something like that.
それに油断はできないぞ。
そうそう。聖少獣相手に手を抜くなんて空にも星にも失礼だもの。
Sure. Alright guys, then let's kill her. She said it, don't hold back.
全力でいらっしゃい。星の獣の矜持を見せてあげる。
Alright. She doesn't.
行きましょう。
Right.
みんなで頑
Anyway.
張ってロゼッタさんに認めてもらうんです。
Anyway, let's just do this.
我こそは茨の女王。新緑と幻惑を滑る者。
Sure. I don't have any doubt that this is not going to be difficult.
私たちは負けない。私に任せて。
Oh, why would you miss the defense debuff? Come on. Why would you miss the defense debuff? Come on. Oh, team, what is wrong with you? Alright. Well, it's not. The boss isn't folding in like half a second, so I'm pretty happy with that.
手加減しませんよ。それは行くよ。
さあ、見せてちょうだい。あなたたちの覚悟を。
Probably use the debuff immunity skill.
みんなが一緒なら大丈夫。
You know, just so we don't randomly die from a really bad debuff. I'm gonna go ahead and Shiva. While we have these multi-attack buffs still up, and just try to push through the overdrive as fast as possible.
これで邪魔。
もうあなたに逃げ道なんてないわ。
Okay.
ガスッといきます。
Summon Phoenix. Heal up a little bit. I don't think we'll push through overdrive with just 2 charge attacks, so we'll go ahead and do a regular attack. Try to build up a better chain burst.
まだ大丈夫ですわ。
Yeah, that's not the best.
絶対負けませんよ。
Can we hit the defense debuff this time? Perfect.
2年ベルファー。夢のように踊りましょう。
グレンの力見せてあげる。消し飛べ。
Alright, so that breaks and hits trigger.
大丈夫ですわ。
Exactly.
嘘。こんちょっと失敗しちゃったな。流れる星のごとく。 言い逃れはさせません。そっか、私分かっちゃいました。
Yeah, that charm really hurts because it means we lost our assassin.
練習不足。
I probably should have used the first skill to remove those debuffs. I'm just dumb. Don't worry about me. Lasts for 2 turns, so I think we activate this now. I think we just attack. We're just trying to force through that small amount of damage that's still remaining, right? Alright, well, you know, I underestimated this one a little bit, but ultimately it's not a challenge. Like, there were plenty of opportunities to play better. I just didn't. Alright, well. Cool. Oh, also defense debuffs missing just always feels bad because it means your damage is incredibly low. Okay, Poacher's Day. Get some kind of Fire Fist. We do already have a Fire Fist, so we don't really need another one, but if it's a better one, we could probably keep that one. You know, you gotta look at stuff as if it's an improvement or not, rather than just in the abstract, do we need it?
さすがね、団長さん。やっぱり私の目に狂いはなかった。いいえ、それよりももっと昔から決まっていたのかもしれないわね。
All right. The second part here. She doesn't say that. She does say maybe it was maybe my decision was made like a long time ago. Right? Like she's made the decision to follow the protagonist. And she says maybe that was the decision that I made a long time ago. So we'll see what that means moving forward, but she doesn't exactly say anything about a connection or a bond or anything like that.
ロセッタさんの聖少獣の気配がどんどん曖昧になって、いつもの不思議な気配に。
Larry, please.
そうね。それは無事聖少獣としての力を閉じることができたってことだわ。これで私もまた団長さんたちと一緒に旅に出ることができる。
Alright, but did we manage to prove something to you, Rosetta, that we were able to beat you with the no farm added fire grid? When we're gonna have to fight Yggdrasil Malice with our incredibly farmed wind grid? Come on. It's not even a test. Okay. Moving right along. Let's get back on the road. Back on the wind. This can't possibly be the boss, right? So we'll just go ahead and use Kaguya to gain some extra experience and drops. Yeah, how will we possibly fight Malice? Well, we'll probably use wind and I don't know. Just rely on Kokoro's powers because they're pretty strong.
その前に何としてもあの子を過剰に注がれている力から解放してあげないと。
We do have to remember when we think about this stuff that
確か ユグドラシルは魔性によってコアに
In the
力
main
を注がれてい
story,
る
canonically,
とのことだったな。
the only ones who are there are the ones who are shy.
だからまず
Even
こ
Welder,
の島に
who
眠る
everyone gets,
あの子のコアに
is
た
not
どり
there.
着く必要があるの。
And if we think about their elemental affinities, right?
これからこの森はコアを守るた
The
め
team isn't particularly
私たち
well
に全
set up
力で
against
牙を剥くで
Yggdrasil
しょうね。
Malice.
あの子のコアまでは私が案内するわ。
Elemental wise.
けれど
at least.
用心してついてきてちょうだい。
Alright. Well, take us over there. We'll do what we gotta do.
あ
And we'll move forward.
ロゼッタさん、私ずっと気になってたんですけど、
何かしら？
I get that the implication is that they're having this
ロゼッタさんも
conversation
森
on the
の
move.
聖少獣ですよね。二人は家族だったりするんですか？
But they didn't establish it.
家族。
So I don't like this one as much.
そうね。いいわね、それ。血のつながりはないけれど、そう呼んじゃおうかしら。
I mean,
私とあの子はね、表と裏のような関係なのよ。
is like,
表
I
と
don't know if primal beasts have
どっちが
could have the traditional concept of a
そうね。
family.
どちらかといえば、私が裏かしらね。で
They're
もね、
talking.
それ以上に、私にはあの子を守りたい、助けたい理由があるの。
So, this analogy that's given, it's not flower and thorns in the original text, it's front and back. You know, and Rosetta is saying she is not the front-facing side in the relationship that they would share.
助けたい理由ですか？
そう。
Which
ああ、でも、
kind of
それは
implies,
秘密よ。
you know, something about
私とあの子だけの。
the way that their
秘密。
powers work.
あの時は、結果として彼は何もしなかったけれど、私は彼に勝てなかった。だから今度こそ、必ずあなたを救ってみせる。待っててちょうだい、ユグドラシル。
Alright. Now, let's push the button. The omnipresent orange attack button. And we'll just watch the sparks fly.
やりました、主様。ご命令を完璧に遂行。ここだ。終わりだ。すごい。これな。やりました、主様。
Yeah.
進もう。立ち止まってはい
About
られ
what
ない。
I expected. Alright. Let's move forward. This can't be the boss. We'll bring Kaguya. No problems.
ところで、あなた、さっきから静かね。
その、しばらくの間、私が口を挟めない雰囲気が続いていましたから。
大丈夫。そんなにかし
I
こまら
mean,
ない
I
でちょうだい。
guess it's kind of hard to butt in with
あなた、
people who
確
know
か
each other a little bit better than
秩序の
either
気空
side,
団の
really.
リーシャちゃんよね。どういう経緯でこの気空団に？
そうですね。どこから話したものでしょうか。というわけでして、今はこの気空団に身を置かせてもらっているんです。
Yeah, her Japanese text basically it's saying for now, right? I'm with them for now.
でもまだ何か
なんだよ、なんか引っかかるって顔してんな。
ええ、そうね。さっき聞いたつながり以外に彼女とはどこかで会ってる気がして。
I mean, we met her when we were breaking the Black Knight out of prison, and when we were leaving Mefarash, so we've met her twice at least. It's not impossible for her to have met multiple, before then.
なんか違うような気もするし、私の勘違いかもしれないわ。
Those were the times we met her with Rosetta around.
ねえねえ、もしかしたらそれリーシャのお父さんと会ったことがあるんじゃない？父さんと？だってリーもリーシャのお父さんと会ったことがあったんでしょ？まあオイラとしては不思議な感じだけどな。ほら、リーシャのお父さんはいろんなとこに顔を出してたんじゃない？確かに父さんは立場の都合もあって、たくさんの島に出向いてましたけど。
I mean, based on what he does for his job, I guess. It's true, we didn't actually hear about her family history while Rosetta was around.
青の騎士バルフリートなんです。
バルフリートの？嘘、冗談よね。
いえ、正真正銘バルフリートは私の父さんですが。
どうしたってんだ。こんなに驚いてるロゼッタ初めて見るぜ。
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why she would react that way.
この先で道が2つに分かれてんだが。おい、ロゼッタ、どうした？
大丈夫。こっちよ。ついてきてちょうだい。
So, that's a nice detail that they established there. That Eugen acted as the scout. They actually have someone scouting ahead. And it's someone with a lot of experience who kind of would know what to spot when it comes to trails and paths and stuff like that. I like that. It's kind of weaved naturally into the dialogue, so it's not like glaring at you right in the face.
そうよね。団長さんがいるんだもの。何にも不思議な話ではないわよね。
Yep.
ロゼッタ、先ほどから様子が変だが、本当に大丈夫なのか？
She's over here convincing herself of something.
平気よ。ちょっとびっくりはしたけど。ねえ、団長さん、もしかしてなんだけど。もしかしてリーシャちゃんが彼の娘だから仲間に引き入れたのかしら？
I didn't know who her father was when we were fighting with her.
そういうつもりはなかったのね。
なあロゼッタ、さっきから何のこと言ってんだ？
だってそういうこと。あなたたちはまだ知らないのね。
知らないって何をだよ。
もう話してもいいわよね。B 君が力を取り戻した以上。
Yes.
いずれわかることでしょうし。
Rosetta, finally telling us things rather than being purposely evasive. Come on, please, give it to us.
リーシャちゃんがこの気空団に来たのも考えてみれば必然だったのかもしれないわ。私とバルフリート、それに B 君、他にも仲間はいたけれど、私たちは団長さんのお父さんの気空団で一緒に旅をしていたことがあるの。
Yeah, there we go.
そうね。
She's giving it to us straight.
ちょうど団長さんのお父さんが団長さんくらいの年の話よ。
Well, alright.
B 君にはそんなつながりがあったのか。
おいおい、待ってって。おいらそんなの記憶にねえぞ。
Obviously, they just told...
つまりはその旅の記憶こそが封印されていた記憶ということですね。
Yeah, exactly. Like, she just implied that.
おいらにリーシャの父ちゃんの記憶があったのって。
Alright.
そう、 B 君の記憶はもう戻りつつあるのね。
This line is more or less kind of asking, so the reason that I have memories of your Alicia's father in my head is because, and then, you know, Rosetta kind of continues on here.
少しずつではあるんですけど、B さんの中に B さんの知らない記憶があるみたいなんです。
That's okay. We can deal with that.
それじゃあまだすべての記憶が戻ったわけではないのね。
Nope. So she's saying, so it's not like all of your memories have
この
returned.
ままだと一体どうなっちまうんだ。
And this is just
なんで親父さんたち
straight
と
up
旅した
not
記
what he
憶が
says.
封印されてんだ。その旅で何があったってんだよ。
He's asking what's going to happen to me.
おいなあ、おいらこのままだと
Yeah.
一体どうなっちまうんだ。
Yeah, if things go on like this, what's gonna happen? Right?
それはまだ私の口からは言えないわ。けれどきっといつかあなたたちも直面することになる。
Okay. That's fine, I guess.
私にできるのはその場所まであなたたちを導くこと。それだけよ。
I mean, as long as you're straight with us. Okay, I guess we're fighting something now. That's weird timing.
ここだ。終わりだ。
これな。やりました、主様。好調のようです。
It's like these aren't distraction monsters or interruption monsters. They're just kind of badly placed monsters, I guess. Yeah, badly placed monsters. Alright, go with us.
やりました、主様。どうだったかにゃ。
Okay, well, that's completed. Getting pretty close to gaining another EMP. That'll eventually be useful. Alright, moving on. Okay, we're on a miscellaneous tab, so let's go ahead and bring Dark. Because Dark is the way to go when it comes to miscellaneous. Because our Dark team is stronger than All Light team. I mean, is it really all that shocking? I mean, I guess it would be kind of a surprise if you know, met somebody out in the world and, you know, after eventually figuring out that you know, both of you guys,
彼ら
you
は
know,
かつて騎空団として
dads knew each
共
other
に
back in
旅
the
をしてい
day,
た。
best buds or something. I don't know.
私も聞いたことがなかったけれど、確かに父さん、若い頃の話なんてあんまりしてくれなかったな。
I mean, that said, I don't think we really have a particularly deep connection with Lumacie at this point.
その旅の中で書かれたもの。
Yeah, and is that why it's torn to pieces?
じゃあ、あの式にその旅で何があったのか書かれてるんじゃ。
But Lumacie, remember, the beginning was torn to bits. It's not to say that you might not be able to find something. There may be information in there that's still relevant to you.
あ、そうか。
But it did seem intentionally destroyed.
そうだ。この式は私が見つけた時すでにかなりのページが破られていた。
Alright, so that detail just slipped her mind until she looked at it
父
again.
さんたちの旅の記録を読ませまいとして。一体誰が？それにこの旅には一体何が？
Seems as though the journey of the fathers was more important than we initially realized, because there's all this cover up about what was going on there. Oh, this is not the first time that someone in the crew has had to save Lumacie from certain death by Imperial because she wasn't paying
ありが
attention.
とう団長さん。でもどうして帝国兵がこの森に？
おい、まだ向こうから他にも足音が近づいてやがるぞ。
なぜ彼らがここにいるのか、理由を考えるのは後回しになりそうだな。
ほら構えろ、気抜いてっとやられちまうぞ。
Okay, so Imperials, eh? We've fought Imperial soldiers before. We'll do it again. They're never really challenging. That was a weird kind of growl that guy
マリ
gave
スが
off.
暴走した時に帝国の奴らは軒並み撤退したんじゃなかったのかよ。
ごめんなさい。私が力を解いたことで島を守っていた茨が消えたから。
Yeah, I mean, we
それ
couldn't
で
really
彼ら
just
も
leave that there.
この島に乗り込んできたんだと思うわ。
Okay, so question then.
目的はそうだな、マリスの回収といったところか。
So Rosetta here in this sentence, she says that she thinks that that's why that the Imperials were able to make their landing after that. She thinks, not she knows. But previously, when we were on Lumacie, she was so, you know, smug about saying that she knows everything that goes on this island. So is that null and void now, or was that never the truth? I don't know. Feels like a logic error in the story.
させないわ、そんなこと。
They're not gonna retrieve Malice. It's not gonna happen.
これ以上あの子に何かしようというのなら、ここで私が相手になるわ。
Okay. Well, let's take him down. Yeah, I'm not particularly nervous about this. It's just random Imperials. They're never threatening. So the Dark Grid, right? It has all the pieces, basically. It's missing the seraphic weapon, but we can't get that yet. But none of the skills are leveled, so it's basically like the pieces are there, but we need to improve them. As opposed to Light, which just has no pieces. It's kind of the same place that we're in with Water and Fire, though I will say both of those have obtained 2 weapons from our Harlem drops that will be really good placeholders. Their respective weapons. I would like to get around to clearing Leviathan sometime soon, but the other thing that we have to deal with is the fact that Earth just is not a friendly element to get things in side stories. Because side story wise, Earth doesn't get access to an EX weapon until, you know, more or less the part of the game that we're in. Because like, the earliest one we can get access to just unlocked. So yeah, it's pretty rough. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so this sentence is not what he says. He basically just says he's not calling the crew dumb, you know, moronic. He's calling them monstrous, as though we're all insanely powerful. Alright, anyway, continuing on. Is it Pommern again? Yeah, it's Pommern again. Alright. Let's beat him up.
大声で呼ばなくても聞こえてますよ。今回の任務では極力交戦は避けるようにと最小閣下からの言いつけがですね。
Hi, Pommern. How's it going?
あのヒゲの
ちーよりにもよってあなたたちとは。しかしこれはチャンスかもしれませんね。
You can say that all you like, but we're gonna beat you up again. It's happened every single time you've fought us. And that's not gonna change anytime soon.
勝手に人を土産物にする算段つけてんじゃねえぞ。俺たちにはまだやらなきゃなんねえことが山ほどあるんだ。ここでチンタラしてる暇はねえ。とっとと片付けさせてもらうぞ。
Yeah, let's just push past Pommern. He's not why we're here. So getting rid of him is really in our best interests.
No, I
have to do this.
光ある生のためこの力を振るおう。
There are definitely arguments for that Paradise Lost animation being better than the current one. I like the angle when the beams of light are raining down. It's pretty sick. Alright, anyway. Continuing on. We'll go ahead and use the substitute counter combo. And then we'll just start vomiting skills onto the enemy.
さて貴様の運隙だらけだな。そこくらえ。逃がすか。運命の鎖よ。
Right, so he's got gimmick again where he's reducing damage. Forget exactly what gets rid of that. Is it his first? Yeah, it's his first charge attack. Gets rid of that. So I guess technically the optimal thing to do would have been to use substitute dodge on the charge attack so nobody got hurt. And then we'd be in good shape to just move on and deal all the damage after having saved our damage skills before that combat. Not that big of a deal. Alright. We also have to remember these two of these characters in our front line are level 1. Something like that. What does this do again? Okay. Instant standby. That sounds like what we want to do. So we can get a good chain burst going. And we'll use this skill so we can get uplift. And start gaining extra gauge. Okay, then we use Break Assassin. Attack. I meant to do that without the charge attack on, but it's probably a better way to do it. Because assassin mods are less effective when they're used on charge attacks, but that's pretty much not true in the early game. That's mostly just because charge attacks have so much higher multipliers than your normal attacks. Anyway. Moving right along. Worm sword. Is this an EX weapon? Maybe. We'll find out. If it is, that's pretty good. A pretty good pickup. Because that'll give us access to the 2 EX weapons that we're kind of looking for to round out the Earth grid.
余計なことをして任務に失敗したとあっては帝国兵の名折れですからね。ここは聞かせてもらいますよ。せいぜい命拾いしたと思うことですね。
Guy, I don't think that we're the ones who are lucky. I think that you're the one who's lucky that we have something else to do.
待て、貴様らここで何を
Not the time. We got other stuff to do.
深追いする必要はないわ。
何？しかし彼らがマリスを回収しようとしているのであれば。
Do you really think they'll
そ
succeed
れは
at
ない
that?
の。だって方向が全然違うわ。
What? Okay. I was wondering. screen just, or the game just froze there for a second. The audio
連
went
中が
on.
先にユグドラシルのコアを移動させてたってことはねえのか。
Probably not.
それもないわ。ちゃんと私たちが目指してる先から力を感じるもの。
Man, Rosetta, you're a much more reliable kind of radar than
じゃあ
Luria is.
彼らは一体。
おいおい、どうやら悠長に考えてる時間はねえみてえだな。
Yep, I would say not the time. Thank you, Eugen.
すごく強くて悲しい力が目を覚まそうとしてるみたいです。
そうね。私にもわかるわ。あの子の目覚めが近い。
今は帝国の連中に構ってる暇はねえってことか。急ごうぜ。
Okay. I mean, we don't really have time to waste. So let's stop talking about it and do it. Still though, I would not, I don't know, every time I see this purple fog, it just raises some red flags to me. Like, we really should not be here. This seems really dangerous, bad for our health. Alright. Evil's downfall. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I mean, I guess we can go with a normal wind thing. It's not like we gained that much more experience by bringing Kaguya. These are not experience boosting missions or anything. They just are random story missions. Okay, well, let's deal with the Malice, and then we'll do some stuff. Get Yggdrasil back to normal. Then we'll have to deal with Frisia in some way.
なんなの？このゾワゾワする嫌な感じ。前よりももっと強い。ただただ悲しい感情だけが伝わってきます。私にもわかる。すごく痛くて苦しくて悲しくて辛くてごめんなさい。私が目覚めさせなければ。
今の私たちには
Yeah,
謝
there's
る以上に
not the
あ
time.
の子のためにしてあげられることがあるわ。
Yeah, thanks,
だか
Rosetta.
ら私たちは
Not the time.
今私たちにできることをしましょうね、オルキスちゃん。
うん。
森全体が嫌な気配に包まれているな。いるだけで感化されてしまいそうだ。
Yeah, that's probably why we're saying that this purple fog is bad for your
それ
health.
だけじゃありません。
At least I'm saying
森
at
の魔
least.
物たちも先ほどまでより明らかに殺気立ってるみたいです。
Yep, it'd be if we couldn't possibly have a story arc where we're not dealing with, you know, enraged
そりゃこん
monsters.
なむき出しの感情をぶつけられりゃな。
That would be too easy.
特別な力はねえが、俺にもわかるぜ。こんなに居心地の悪い空気は初めてだ。
Nope, not gonna say it. There's some
居
comments
心
that
地
you
が
could
悪い
make
だけじゃ
there.
ないわ。このままだとこの島はじきに崩壊を始める。
Alright.
言ったでしょ。私たちは島と契約することで真の力を発揮するようになるって。
Sure. Yeah, you did say that.
つまりその守り神たる聖少獣と契約を結ばれた島は一心同体なの。私は仮契約のような形でこの島に根を下ろしていたけど、あの子は違うわ。
Yeah, Yggdrasil has the more permanent kind of pact.
ルーマシーの守り神。あの子と島は互いに影響し合い、
Yeah, so
あの子が崩壊すれば
actually set her up as, you know, the guardian deity of the
こんな
island.
ことになったらオイラたちもただじゃ済まねえよな。
I mean, we could probably still manage to escape.
そう。だから絶対にあの子に崩壊なんてさせない。行きましょう、団長さん。
In fact,
私たちの手で
it would be
最
smart
悪の結末を変えるために。
to have the backup plan of escaping ready in case everything goes wrong. But they're not going to do that. If I know anything about the crew here, it's that they love betting it all on one outcome. They don't really do contingency plans all that well. All right, Catalina, what do you got to say?
待て、足音だ。誰かこちらに向かってくるぞ。
Someone's coming. Could be anyone.
ほれ、どうしたの君たち。みんなして怖い顔して。
Yep.
なんだよ兄ちゃんたちか。脅かすんじゃねえぜ。
私たちにそんなつもりはなかった。そっちが勝手に身構えただけだ。
What we're doing is called being prudent and cautious.
警戒しねえでいられる状況でもねえからな。
Yep.
ドランク、
Not wrong.
スツルム、アポロは。
It's a pretty awkward thing there. It's like where's Apollo? Apollo?
おいおいおいおい、ふざけんじゃねえぞ。まさか。
All right. Give them a minute. They didn't say anything.
黒騎士は見つかった。命に別状はない。
See? Everything's
た
fine.
だね。
アポロ。
Yeah, I mean,
おい、こいつは一体
nah, if you remember, she was taking the whole when
よっぽど
Frisia
のショックを受けた影響だと
said the
思うん
thing
だ
about,
けど
you
ね。
know,
話しかけてもほとんど
her
反応がなく
Orcus
て
will never come back, then
これじゃ
she
ま
took
るで
it pretty badly.
黒騎士の方こそ人形みたいね。
アポロ。
ただ、さっきも言ったように、ひとまず命に別状はない。それより、この状態はなんだ？森全体がおかしくなってる。
Yeah,
一体何が起きてる？
I would, in this position, say it's not the time as well. Thank you, sir. Okay, so
そう。それじゃあ、早いとここの島を出ないとね。
yeah, Jong's got a good point. We should probably, at the very least, make
どうやって？
preparations to leave. We've got a ship. Yeah.
あ、そっか。僕たち団長さんの船でここまで。
Yep. So that means that
私たちはあの子を止めるまで。
that
この
means that
島を
you
離
are
れるつもりは
stuck
ないけど。
here with these people who refuse to make contingency plans.
そうよね、
So,
団長さん。
deal with it. Okay, okay? Come on. Let's coax out the audio. See if it comes. Huh? Anything?
バカか。
There we go.
バカかもしれねえな。けどバカにならなきゃならねえ時ってのはあるもんだろ。
っていうか、バカとかなんと
I
か
think
関
being
係ない
prudent
わ
is a
よ。
reasonable
だって
thing
泣い
to
てるな
do.
ら助けなきゃ。
You know, do what you can to help, but if it looks like you're gonna,
残念ですが、
if all of you are gonna die,
私
you
たちに
know,
意志を変えるつもりはありません。
probably in your best interest and everyone's
じゃあ
best
まあ
interest to get out of
君たち
there.
と一緒に頑張るのが一番得策かな。ねえ、スツルム殿。
Alright, here we have truly random monsters. They're kind of just in our way.
やりました。
Monsters that are just in the way don't really serve
完
much
璧に
narrative
遂行。
purpose.
すごいにゃ
I mean, enemies that are darting somewhere or something kind of serve a narrative purpose. So I can kind of forgive those, but ones that just show up to stop, to like, just so we have something to fight, yeah, I don't really care about these.
当然よね。私たちの勝利でございます。
Alright. That's cleared. Got some Fate episodes unlocked. Not too bad. Alright. Moving right along. Sure, we'll bring, Grimnir. Let's go.
アポロ、どこか痛いところはない？
Nah, she's just having a...
私、アポロと離れ離れになってから、団長たちと旅をして
She's
て、
having a crisis because she's,
一人で森にいる間、
been told that everything she's been doing for the past several years has
寂
been
しくな
worthless.
かった？
オルキスちゃん、今アポロは
わかってる。でも、諦めたくない。
そうか、そうだな。どんな状況だろうと俺たちが諦めるわけにはいかねえよな。なあ、そうだろアポロ。
Jeez. You know, it wouldn't really surprise me if, with, you know, the way that was framed, if the first thing she does after, you know, if she snaps out of her depression is just give Eugen a big punch in the face. Because you gotta remember, she does not like that man.
アポロ、
たく、見てらんねえな。
あの宰相殿に踊らされていたことがよほどショックだったのだろうな。
Well, yeah. We were there when it
って
happened.
ことは、それだけ本気だったってことか。ルリアだけじゃなく、オルキスちゃんまで犠牲にするっつうあの計画。
ちょっとラカム。
This line, they have, I believe, misattributed the person that this sentence is about. because it doesn't make sense when you think about it from the Prime Minister's perspective, right? If you're saying that what the Prime Minister, what Frisia was doing, just sacrificing Lyria and Orcus, was a huge shock to Apollo. Well, no, it wasn't. She already knew what was happening there. However, what Apollo was doing to try to sacrifice Lyria and Orcus, what the Prime Minister did, telling her that that was impossible, shocked her. Yes, that's what makes sense. And that's one of the difficulties in the translation job, right? The Japanese language, in the Japanese, this, like, what do you call it? The subject here is implied. It does not say which one it's referring to. Right? It essentially just shows how serious, is, without saying what goes in that blank. Which isn't really a thing in English most of the time. So, the subject has to be filled in. And, sometimes people get it wrong. Even people who are, in the position to translate this game, this game, right? Because I know Cygames has their own in-house translation team, and I don't think their translation is perfect. They do a pretty good job, but they do make mistakes, and there are weird little things that I disagree with. This one's pretty major. It doesn't affect the story in a vast capacity or anything, but it does. It's not that hard to kind of wrap your head around the fact that saying it this way doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sure that Orcus is already aware of what. Of what Apollonia was intending to do. Right, because we had that moment where she says that the Orcus that she is now is not what Apollonia wants.
でもそれが私が生まれた理由。この体は私のものじゃない。私だけの体は存在しない。でも私はここにいる。お話できて美味しいものもいっぱい食べて
to say these things.
友達もできて楽しかった。短くても楽しかった。
Because this part is actually saying it's, right? It's like it's why I was born rather than why I was made, but it makes some level of sense either way. She's kind of talking about the ego that she has now rather than the personality and memories and everything that Apollonia wants.
私にそれを与えてくれたのは私に生まれる理由をくれたのはアポロだから。だから私がどうなろうとアポロを。そんな悲しいこと言うんじゃないわよ。いいよ。 私たち友達でしょ。友達は友達を大事にするものなの。
Sure.
だから私にとってオルキスも大事な人なの。だから絶対に犠牲になんてさせないんだから。次またそんなこと言ったら私本気で怒るからね。
Not she won't let anyone hurt her, but she won't let anyone sacrifice her. The different nuance is important.
絶対に誰も悲しい思いをしない、そういう方法があるはずです。だからオルキスちゃんも自分を諦めたりしないでください。ありがとう、イオ、ルリア。
I mean, I don't. Okay. Right. Anyway, moving on. Yes, we have my least favorite kind of monsters, the obstacle monsters. Amazing how when obstacle monsters show up, I yearn for the days of interruption monsters and distraction monsters. I mean, truthfully, the best way is no monsters. But I do understand that the main story of the quest does need some fight. Right, we are in conflict with an enemy force, so we do have to, you know, square up against them every so often. All right, rank up. Get 8 HP. Good stuff. All right, let's keep going. I think the real bonus there is the AP that will be used on side stories later. I'm just getting a little bit of burnout on doing side stories because they are, man, they're repetitive. All right, anyway, we found Yggdrasil's core. Okay, so Yggdrasil's core is giving off some waves of bad vibes.
かなり近いな。気配だけで潰されちまいそうだぜ。
コアから溢れた力が周囲にも影響しているようね。ここはもうまともな空間じゃないわ。
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, we've seen all the purple fog, right?
進めば進むほど進むのが嫌になってきちまいそうだ。拒まれているのを感じます。ただまるで怯えているような。
そうね、あの子はもう崩れる寸前で必死に自分を守ろうとしてるんだわ。
Okay.
悲しい状態だな、それは。
青少獣をここまで変えられちゃうなんて、魔性ってほんとどういうものなんだろうね。
Yeah, who knows, man.
関係ない。なんだろうと今は敵だ。
Yeah, that's fair. Gotta keep everything nice and simple.
周囲の魔物への影響もここに来て一段と強くなってるみたいです。
I mean, yeah, the monsters, they gotta, you know, we gotta talk about the monsters. They're important.
皆さん、くれぐれも注意をして。
帝国兵がなぜここに。
Yeah, he doesn't look so good.
何か変。まともな生き物の気配じゃ。アポロ。
Why, though? Just, you know, just curious. Okay. Oh, yeah. No! Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't have to like it, but I get it. Okay, well, that's a win. Good job.
Oigen! Baga! Omae, muri sun ja ne yo!
Yeah, I mean, there's generally a lot better things to do than take the blow with your body. Like, he's holding a weapon, right? Even if it's a gun, you can block a blade with a gun. It won't be the best, and your gun might get damaged, but would you rather get your gun damaged or be stabbed? I'd probably pick the first one.
Taku, hiya hiya sasen ja ne yo.
Wari wari. Kedo ma, こういう時くらい格好つけさせてくれよな。俺は父親としてアポロにしてやれたことが少ねえんだ。
He explicitly mentioned as a father, right? So.
父親らしくしねえとな。
やれやれ。笑い事じゃねえっつの。
Yeah, for real.
悪いんだけど、まだ和むにはちょっと早すぎるわ。
Yeah, exactly. Now is not the time.
彼らは一体帝国兵は二手に分かれてこの島を進んでいたのでしょうか。
You know, it's just the Empire's Purple Brigade. You know, it's the team of soldiers that emits purple gases from their body.
いいね。この子たちはさっきの連中が上陸する前からここにいた。
No, wait. That's an insane thing to say.
ははなるほどね。じゃこいつらは逃げ遅れた連中ってわけかな。
マリスを駆使するためには青少獣のコアに魔性で力を注ぎ続ける必要がある。この子たちはあの宰相さんからコアに力を注ぐ役目を言い渡された。
そのまま逃げ遅れ、ここにとどまっていたということか。
Rosetta here. Remember when I said earlier where she's like, I think the soldiers landed? Here she doesn't say anything about maybe. She's declaring this is the truth. The soldiers were ordered to supply dark essence to the core. Alright, Rosetta. Look. So far, I've made my my brand complaining about Rosetta, basically. I'm trying not to, but she's being really inconsistent. Anyway, let's continue.
でもオロキスちゃんも言ってたけど、この人たち何か様子が。
Yeah, I mean look at them.
それはおそらく
They're giving off purple auras.
魔性によって壊れかけているあの子に飲み込まれてしまったんだ。だから今はあの子のコアを守る忠実な人形でしかない。
Well, sucks to be them, I guess.
たく、また面倒なのが出てきたな。
I mean, let's just take them down. They're not that big a deal.
そんだけコアが地形ってことだろう。
その通り。ここで足踏みなんてしてられないわ。行くわよ、団長さん。
Yep, let's do it. That was not a smooth transition, but I think that might be a problem of, like, I don't know, my access has been kind of laggy the last couple days. Especially today. So, could be because of that. Would you imagine that the random materials, even with mind control, are still really weak and easy to get rid of? Yep, that sounds about right to me. Okay. Moving right along. Okay. Anyway, let's oh, I don't know. I guess we just bring Grimnir. Nah, let's bring something a little different. Come on, let's live a little. It's not the end of the world if we lose a fight. We'll just do it again. Hi there. It's fine. We're fine. Let's just take her down, and then everything will be good. Moving forward, everything will be fine. Couldn't possibly have any more problems after this. Okay, now is not the time. Just saying that. Now it's not the time. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Yep, no, I get it. You gotta, step in front of us to have this little moment here. No, this is totally a logical thing to do. No, yeah, I gotcha. Yep, now is not the time. I could have told you that. I did tell you that. You just didn't pay attention to me. Alright, so let's be real here. Everybody fell asleep on the job. She pushed out in front of us to talk to our rampaging enemy. Like, opponent, I guess. And nobody pulled her back? What are we doing? Are we just gonna watch, Orcus get impaled because we decided not to pay attention? Come on, guys. Come on.
どういうつもりだ。私への嫌がらせのつもりか。
違う。私にはもうきっとアポロにとって価値がないから、せめて役に立ちたくて。
それでその身を犠牲にしようと。それがバカだと言っているんだ。
Yeah.
確かに私の計画のすべてはついえた。いや、性格を期するなら私は最初から踊らされていただけだったのだ。
アポロ。
だがそれとこれとは別の問題だ。計画のすべてがついえたからといってもはや私の望みには叶う見込みがないからといって、それでそんなことでお前を見捨てられるか、オルキス。
Yep.
おい貴様ら、ほうけてるなよ。まともな脳みそがあって
For real though,
この化け物を止めたいのなら手伝え。
what the hell were we doing?
アポロ。
そうだな。 俺たちはそもそも
I kind of forgive Eugen a little bit because he did just get stabbed. But everybody else just, man, that was some poor decision making out there. I don't know.
注がれてしまった有り余る力を一度発散させるしかない。そのためには私たちが頑張らないとね。
Yeah, we know. Why are we?
この瞬間のためにオイラたちは
Why are we having this conversation? We know what we're doing.
やってやろうぜ。もう負けたりしねえ。今度こそオイラたちの力を見せてやれ。
Sorry. All right. It's boss time. Okay. Anyway, let's do some target switching. I'm gonna go with the one that has one charged diamond, because that's gonna be annoying. And I guess we summon this right away. Gives us a little buff to our wind attack. We're gonna go ahead and have substitute. Even if it kills him, we're not that concerned with that. I mistimed my abilities, that's okay, these things happen. I mistimed my abilities again, but that's only because I'm dumb. Alright. Let's continue. Okay, easy enough. And then we attack. Alright, simple enough. Got into overdrive. No problems there. And use this. If it's a multi-target attack, theoretically more will go toward her, and they have a dodge rate. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just attack. Not a big deal. Not an issue. Okay. Apply bounty, I guess. It doesn't actually do anything. Okay. Now, break assassin and attack. Yeah, it does turn out that this class is pretty good for bursting down enemies at this stage in the game. You know, that stage when you can survive the one hit that you need to kind of get the foe in the break. Alright, Rosetta can now be fully uncapped. So you'll note that the other story characters, right, the Catalina, Io, Eugen, Rackham, those all have 5 uncapped stars. Rosetta only has 4, so this is the last uncapped for Rosetta. Not a big deal, but we will do that eventually, just because I want to have the story characters uncapped. I just want it. I want that for me. Alright, so we beat Yggdrasil Malice into submission, yeah, like it says here. Alright, time to do the thing. I would ask how he does that, but I don't actually think it really matters in the grand scheme of things. We just know that he can. I mean, I guess.
Yggdrasil はちょっと疲れちゃったからまた眠りにつくみたいです。
Yeah, I don't blame her. Like every time she wakes up, something bad happens. So let's go back to sleep.
もちろんです。よかった。本当に。
なんとかといった感じだが、すべて丸く収まったと考えてもいいんじゃないか。
I guess. I mean, for now, right? Yeah. Rackham's got the right of it. There's a lot of stuff that we still got to deal with, but for now, I guess everything's fine. It's fair, I guess. You know, you gotta celebrate, congratulate yourselves on when you make this progress on the steps. You know, you can't just be happy that you made it to the end. You gotta there's milestones you gotta be happy about. Otherwise, man, getting to the end of a task is not fun.
まあ、スルム殿ったら今だけは大断言でいいじゃないねえ、トカゲちゃん。
だな。ってだからおいらはトカゲじゃねえっつの。
はいはい。とにかくお疲れ、団長さん。
Yep. Alright.
で、そんなわけで実は朗報があってね。
Okay. Is it instructions as to where to go next?
何?
Because we don't have anything to do.
仕事熱心なわけ。だから何か探ってこいなんて言われて手ぶらで帰ってくるわけないじゃない。
どういうことだ。何かつかめたというのか。
まあそんなに決定的じゃないかもしれないんだけどね。あの宰相さん、まだ僕たちに隠してることがあったんだ。
Okay. I mean, that's fair. We know Frisia has secrets, so it makes sense that she's got more secrets. You got one, you got more than one, right? Alright, so what is Pommern doing? Are they grabbing Akasha? Is that what's going on? Because I can't think of anything else that we've established is here in Lumacie.
Hi! 戦艦の方の搬入準備が完了いたしました。
ご苦労ですね。周囲の探索はどうなっていますか？
はっ！先ほど石膏部隊も戻ってきており、不審な影はないとのことでした。
上々ですね。またあの連中に邪魔をされてはたまりませんからね。
はい。それでこれが。
Yep, there we go.
最小閣下がご所望の聖少獣
We just have to read between the lines, understand what's been foreshadowed and what's been established. We can guess a lot of things.
一体どんな力を持っているのでしょうか。
That's really not. That's above your pay grade.
そこまでは我が輩も聞いてませんね。
Yeah.
ただ我らが帝国に不可欠なものだとはおっしゃってましたが。
Alright. So, this line, he doesn't mention a war effort, he just mentions that it's essential for the Empire. Anyway, continue.
最小閣下は一体何をお考えなんですかね。
Wondering what the Prime Minister is up to. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But it is above your pay grade. But you may have some concerns. Yeah, we'll see. We're drawing ever closer, right, to the end of the first arc of Granblue Fantasy's story, right? So we're getting somewhere. Alright. Give me 1 second. I want to check something real quick. Real quick, I want to check exactly what we're looking at. Hold on. All right. All right. I think in the interest of time, I'm going to cut it here. I know that we'll eventually get somewhere with this. We'll come back, still be on Lumacie Art, continue on from there. But for now, I'm gonna cut it. We've unlocked a couple more side stories. Hey, we see we have a Rose Queen over here. We can't host that yet because we do not have rank 101 or higher. We'll get there. It'll happen. Alright, so next time we will continue the main story, probably do another 4 or so chapters, right? We're on, what, 53? Probably head up to like 57 or so. 56. Could be. One way or another. Either way, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. It's been Shadow SB, playing Granblue Fantasy. Signing off.